Shoulders.
I have little tiny scrawny shoulders.
Shoulders.
They're scrawny.
They're shoulders. I hit the button.
Hit the button?
Yeah, let's see if it happens. Let's see if it works.
Are we just going to randomly do something? It's kind of like a podcast afternoon delight.
Afternoon delight. And we're live. Hello.
Woo! Hello.
Willkommen to Mothers of Geeks, episode 27.
Con safety with kids.
Ooh.
Ooh. So we're doing both the geekiness and the motherness this week.
Like this.
Right. Because some days we talk about like motherly stuff. Some days we talk about geeky stuff. Tonight's conversation
Geeky moms.
counteracts intersects both. Wow. You see why I couldn't intersectional geekery.
Intersectional geekery.
Yes. You see why I looked at a memo today? I'm like, too many words because I'm not good with my words today.
Hey, it's okay. I'm not either. So, You, my dear friend, how have you geeked this week?
See my headband?
I love it. It's pretty.
It's Cthulhu.
It's beautiful.
Well, it's actually an octopus, but octopuses are always, you can usually get squids and they're Cthulhu-like.
Mm-hmm.
I've been making a lot of headbands. We got a lot more to make because we have a con in 5 weeks.
Woohoo!
It's our big con. It's pretty much the one that fuels our business for the rest of the year.
I think and it's over Memorial
Day weekend. So we did our new squid design, and I foobarred it. When I prepped the fabric, so we have two fabrics, two new ones that have a kind of a similar colors, but not exact.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the squid one that is bright green, navy, and teal.
Okay.
And then I have our game controller one, our retro game controller one. I don't think you have one of these yet. You probably need one eventually. And it's a gray one. It's like a blackish gray with like teal and coral.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool. It has, it's vintage game controllers. And we had gotten a backing fabric for the game controller one, which is white with green and teal and yellow zigzags. Mm-hmm. And then we got for the new squid one, we got this one with really cool, it looks like almost like compass stars, mm-hmm. with the navy and the green, but no teal in it, or very little teal in it. So part of my job, we make the headbands, is I prep the fabric. I wash it, I iron it again, and I iron it another time. So I have everything prepped to go.
Right.
So I don't know if you can see it really well, but that is definitely a white with squigglies.
It is white with squigglies.
Yes. That is not what I intended to go with this headband.
It still looks nice.
It works. And I realized it. I gave it to my business partner. She cut it. She sewed it. She trimmed it. She gave it back to me. I'm turning it inside out. I'm going upstairs to finish them up. And I look over at where the gamer girl fabric or the game controller fabric is, and I see the matching fabric with it, and it doesn't match. It was intended to go with this.
Well, that's why you got a free one. Yay!
Yay! So and luckily this fabric was really cheap. We got like $4 on clearance.
That's nice.
For the backing fabric. So sometimes it happens, and we'll have to find a new one for the game one because the other one doesn't work with it.
Right.
So I've been geeking out over that.
Woo-woo.
Or I've been geeked over that. I was a theater geek this last weekend.
You were.
One of my dearest friends is the artistic director of Phoenix's longest running adult theater company.
That's awesome.
It is. He was my old DM. So when I say I was young and I did the experience points, I wasn't joking. He has too much blackmail on me. I have to work for him. I've been working for the man for almost 20 seasons now.
Wow.
Every opening weekend, I am front of house. I run the opening night reception. I sometimes get verbally abused by our patrons.
Comes with the territory.
Yep. The play this weekend was Underpants Godot. So yeah, it's a play within a play about a really screwed up theater company called Bloody Unicorn that is putting on Waiting for Godot.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it's about, but there was a lot of cute young men in underwear at my opening night party, as that was part of their costume.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, and they were adorable. They were college boys, and one of them was like kept pouring himself drinks. I'm like, dude, you're not okay. You know what? You have a ride home, right? He's like, yeah, I'm at ASU. It's not my first drink. I'm like, okay, but you're still underage.
You're like, okay, don't stop. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Never mind. All right, fine, fine. So that was what I have geeked, how I have geeked this week
Ooh,
and weekend. How about you, my love? Yours was much more fun.
I went to con. We went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not all day for all of them, but a
Right.
good couple hours each day. Friday night we went as Bleach people.
Mhm.
So Drew was Ichigo, I was Rukia, Remy was her Hollow, which I did finish.
It looked really great.
Thank you. It was a failed attempt after we got something.
Mhm.
And that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
So we got that done. And then we had Logan who went as Hawkeye. Because
One of these things is not like the. Hawkeye needs some love. It's
he
fine.
does. He was so cute as Hawkeye.
Yes.
He had a little
Aw.
bow. He carried it around. So it would go pew, pew.
Aww.
Everybody took pictures of Remy's costume. Everybody loved
Yeah.
it. And then they would always take pictures of him too. Because they're like, look how cute he is.
He's adorable. So was this their first cosplay where it wasn't necessarily buy off the rack cosplay?
Remy's, yeah.
Costume?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we made the whole entire thing.
Mhm.
And it went well. It was just, I'm not very crafty.
Well, and you were kind of ambitious the last minute.
Yes.
Which you
However-
got very ambitious in the last minute.
However, it's because of Rem. I wouldn't have done it for
Yeah.
her. Like, if it wasn't for her, I would have been like, nah, we're not, no
look
thanks. We'll look
great.
great. We'll look great. So then I did con on
Mhm.
Friday. Saturday, Logan and I went alone. And we did Loki and Hulk. And it went over famously. Logan had the best time.
Oh
He
yeah,
kept asking, like, he had pictures with Thor.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
which was great considering his name.
Right. And actually, it was a really good Wolverine.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy looked great. What's the guy? Oh my God, the Thor Ragnarok. What's the Jeff Goldblum's character's name?
Oh yeah, I know who you mean.
Oh my
We're good.
God, I'm blanking. Whatever, him. We had like a couple of the Lokis. We got to be in the Marvel DC photo shoot, which was
Mhm.
so fun. And since I was a bad guy and he was a hero, we had to take pictures separately. So I had to keep directing him.
Right.
And when I was up there and he wasn't, I'd be like, sit there by my bag and do not move, But
Right.
he did great. He did great.
Did he at least please do the puny god to you
A
a
ton.
few times? Okay, good.
We walked by another Loki and he went, puny God. And then they laughed. And yeah. He'd be like, do you want to take pictures of me to people?
Oh my god, this is like the start of a cosplayer.
Yeah.
Look how
He
cute
loved
I
it.
am.
He loved it. I thought we'd stay like for 3 hours. I thought he couldn't handle longer than that. But 6 hours later, he still doesn't want to leave.
Oh wow.
We had to
You're
keep, he's like, I'd like to go sleep on the benches upstairs and watch people. So we sit
Oh,
there.
he is a pure con goer. Oh my god.
He's built for it. So we
Yeah.
sat on the benches. I'm just sitting there with my staff and just like in my backpack.
That's what my kid wants. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. And like he would, the bench is neat because like you're seeing over the expedition floor. So you could see all the vendors.
Mhm.
And he's watching people. He'd pulling out people and he had a good time. Well, one time he sees Spider-Man. He's like, Mom, there's Spider-Man. I was like, oh, the 1,000th Spider-Man that I've seen. Awesome. And he looks over and he sees Thor coming. And he goes, I am telling Thor Spider-Man is here. I'm like, okay. As soon as he gets close enough, that's fine. Thor walks by. He's like, Thor, excuse me, Thor. And Thor is great. He was like, yes, Hulk. And he's like, Spider-Man's down there. And Thor goes, well, that's awesome. I asked him to watch that sector today. Good job, Spider-Man. And I was like,
Oh, that's amazing.
so he ate it up. And then Sunday, we went with Remy and Drew again. And Drew did not dress up, but I did Freddy Krueger.
Mhm.
Logan did Hulk again, and Remy did Star-Lord.
Nice.
So it was really quiet there. That it ends at 3
Yeah, Sundays.
on
Yeah.
Sundays, which is really early. I didn't know it ended that early.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was fun. We got to go to the vendor room, and I bought a shirt
Yay.
and a couple of pieces of jewelry, a Slytherin necklace and an Elder Wand necklace.
Nice.
Yeah, so we had fun. It was a great way to geek.
It is, yeah. It's a lot of fun, especially when you can do it. As we discussed last time, we have a vast con experience. So it's really kind of fun seeing that side and doing it as a family.
Right. Yeah. And we'll talk more about that later, too, about the family aspect of it.
Yeah.
So what did you geek over? The same thing I am.
God, okay. So, and not only in our game, but in games in general, I have not played an RPG enough in the last 2 months.
Right.
And when things are in full swing, I game 3 nights a week.
Right.
But our Wednesday night's been on hold just because our DM's been traveling and we've had a lot of stuff going on. I was traveling. One of our other players was traveling. And we have it's a 4-player game and the DM. However, one of our players we know is kind of flaky and, stuff happens. It's fine. So it's kind of that if one of the other 3 of us isn't going to be there, we're not going to play.
Right.
Because she unfortunately is
flaky.
The other one's only going to be there halftime, which, it happens. So, but the 3 of us that are consistent, we were there this week, and our DM felt good this week, and he wasn't traveling, so we played last night, which we got nothing done, but we had a good time. And then our Monday night game, we're wrapping up Lost Mines of Philander, and then our DM is going to take a month off while we do a City of Mist campaign. Because she's going to, she needs to build her world. It's this, same thing that Drew's doing.
Yeah.
He's Forgotten Realms is fine. I don't want to use a module.
Right.
She's basically, it's loosely the Forgotten Realms, but like what Drew does, it's Forgotten Realms in name only.
Yeah.
It's, all right, yeah, the names of these gods, they're the same as the ones we're used to. Yeah, the countries are the same. That's about the extent of it.
Right.
Which I love. And then Friday...
Tomorrow.
We're back. I know.
We're back in business, baby.
We're back in business, and I'm so excited. So tonight I'm going to sit down and make Hade's first level character sheet as a cleric of light with the 1 point of con I get from an orphan background and nothing else really filled in on that end.
What else does orphan get?
So the orphan's not so Drew was really great with this because we all started with the same beginning point. We all get a point of con because orphans tend to be hardy, but there isn't an orphan background. There's an urchin background, but that's definitely not who our characters are. Maybe 1 or 2 of us are a little more on the urchin-y side, Clay, but we're not. We're well dressed, we're taken care of. So we don't really have a background. So we're going to kind of figure that one on as we go. So it's going to be, in my case, it's going to be, the cleric with that 1 point from con from the background piece of it.
In my case, it's going to be the paladin.
Yeah.
Of good and light.
As we used to call them in 3.5, an anti-paladin. Anyways.
Maybe.
We'll see. I'll save you.
Okay.
I have a goal to not let you go towards the dark. Oh my god, things have gone really strange.
Very, very, very strange.
Very weird. So that's what I'm geeking over this week, and I'm looking forward to getting that all at all the papers.
Me too. I'm geeking over that, and then we've been playing a lot of PUBG. We got alpha to the WoW expansion, bitches.
Yay!
So we downloaded that. Haven't got a chance to play it yet. So I'm gonna see how that goes. We haven't played WoW enough lately, and I miss it in my soul.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep playing that. Fitness. I am still dieting hardcore. I know I told you I would stop. But I know I told you I would
stop. Just be careful. That's it, please.
I'm going a little higher on the calories, working out every day.
I'm glad.
Last night I did a little bit. I wasn't feeling good enough to, as you can tell, I got something's going on in here.
Yeah.
Something. So, whatever. But doing that, playing a lot of pub, and of course I got my new glasses, which are causing such a horrible reflection.
I can see the glare, yeah.
And it's not glaring for me.
Right.
because it's filtering all that out.
Right.
So I got the blue light glasses only because my eyes are completely jacked up, like bad from being on computers every day of my life for hours and hours a day.
Don't you love it when you're I almost said DM, when your eye doctor's like, how many hours a day do you spend on your computer? I'm like, do you mean for work or do you mean for fun?
They say both.
How many hours do you spend on the I'm like, at least 12?
Yeah. So they don't like me. They think I'm ruining my eyes, and I am. And I'm having trouble focusing my right eye still, so it's an experience, but I can keep going like this and be like, there's the blue filter. There it's not. There's the blue filter.
Yeah.
Sit up higher, sit up straighter. So
I'm glad that you went to a traditional eye doctor instead of one of the eyeglass places, because they are going to be better for long-term eye health.
yeah. Yeah. And it makes a difference. Like, I can tell the difference in lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Things are more yellow
Yeah.
and brown than they are blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting used to it. So I geeked over that.
That's awesome.
So you had a birthday this week. Not you, but
Oh my
Rye.
God. Ryan had a birthday. I have a 16-year-old.
She's the best
of
16-year-old.
Tuesday at 4:32. No. Yes, 4:32 in the afternoon. My child turned 16. By the way, when this momentous occasion happened, we were both napping. Because she still comes home from school and takes a nap.
I don't blame her.
No, yeah, it's the first thing she does. She's gonna be home in a minute. She's gonna go take a nap. As soon as I'm done with my work day, I might join her because
I'm tired. I don't feel good still, so I get you.
yeah, I'm having a rough. I've been having a rough week, health wise as well. So
Yeah.
there's no working out right now.
You need rest.
There's gonna be yeah. So yeah, she turned 16. Oh my gosh. We'd celebrate at Disney, so there wasn't a big hurrah. We did, however, go to an English pub for her birthday dinner.
Oh, yum.
And how this came about was we're going out with my mother. Unfortunately, my stepfather, he's in ill health, so he doesn't really get out to go out for dinner and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cam's parents,
Nice.
Cam, Ryan, and I. Well, I love my in-laws. They're amazing people, but they tend to kind of like more traditional food, and they like corporate places, which,
Applebee's.
yeah. Red Robin. I'm the hipster mom. I can't stand any of that.
Yeah.
Or they will sometimes go to some kind of cool hip places, but it can't be too loud and it can't be too crowded.
Okay.
Which any place that has like a good chef, has a cool vibe, any of that, it's going to be loud and crowded.
Right.
That's how it goes. Ryan loves burgers, but she also loves things like fish and chips. She can tell you the top 10 fish and chip places in Phoenix.
Okay.
Loves fish and chips. And of course, I like stuff that's gonna be a little more diverse. I want something where if I want to be healthy, I can. I also want something with either a good cocktail menu or a good beer menu.
You do like the beer.
I like the beer. The teeny tiny beer. Did you see my teeny tiny beer?
I did.
Yes. So there is a English pub called George and Dragon.
Okay.
And the front room is the bar. It's huge. They have a bunch of tables. They have, a pool table. They have the big bar, but the back room is a dining room.
Mm-hmm.
They still get music pumped in there, but it's pretty quiet.
Right.
We got there. We're the only people in that part of the that part of the restaurant. So that was her birthday dinner, and she of course had fish and chips.
Delicious.
Cam and I both had pasties.
Mm.
He had a traditional one, and I had a chicken curry pasty.
Mm.
Because nobody does chicken curry as well as a good pub. Because chicken curry and chicken tikka masala are not Indian. They're actually British Indian.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like egg foo young isn't Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
It's American Chinese.
Right.
Corned beef is an Irish food. It's the food that the kosher deli owners would make the Irish in America.
Okay.
So it's like that. It's like that. So it's immigrant food. It's food that the Indian immigrants brought to Britain.
Right.
But then it's British because they throw it into a pasty, which is delicious and flaky and lovely.
Look at you, all fancy.
Yes. So I have a 16-year-old. Between what she had left over from Disneyland and all the grandparents just gave her cash for her birthday.
Don't blame them.
she has enough for PS4
Nice.
because Kingdom Hearts is going to be PS4 exclusive.
It is PS. Yep, I knew that.
So yes,
That's why I
that is
have
her.
one over there.
That is why she's buying one. That is
That's
the
awesome.
sole reason why she wants a PS4 because we have the Switch and we have we've always had like the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So she's counting it and she's like, Mom, I'm gonna have this much to spend at con. I'm like, unless you want to get your PS4. She's like, Mom, I'm only gonna have this much to spend at con. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, I found out that we get WoW awards at work.
Uh
The, like little weird bonuses. I have enough to buy a PS4.
huh. Nice.
I have one, but I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. We get blue rewards and we can actually use them for a variety of things, but I usually use them to buy prepaid or to buy Amex gift cards.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And that, funds my clothing habit partially.
Partial.
I'm going to go to Target.
You can
and
buy
some of those
Disney.
t-shirts.
You can buy Disney gift cards from mine.
Ooh, yeah.
I have enough to get
You guys-
$600 for Disney.
So if you guys do a Disney family trip, you need to do that. Or if we do a Disney girls trip.
Yes. Is the eyes better? Is it blue off my eyes better?
Yeah.
I turned my flux on
Okay.
to make my screen go oranger.
The flux capacitor.
It's F-flux. F-flux.
F-flux.
F-flux.
So what about your kid stuff? I mean, besides obviously they had an amazing time.
Oh, they had such a good time at con. So after we went to one con, the kids decided they will go to all the cons. So we are now going to 2 more cons this summer minimum.
Mm-hmm.
We're going in 6 weeks because you're going in 5. We're going the weekend after you to Colossicon in Sandusky.
I saw that.
We're going to be going to stay at the Great Wolf Lodge, which the kids are super stoked about.
Yeah.
Only one night because
Okay.
we could only get the room rate. So the room rate
Right.
was really great. It was $185 for the room night.
For Great Wolf Lodge.
For Great
wow.
Wolf Lodge is $380 average.
Mhm.
So I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, we'll stay there. Well, I called there, only one night could have it, and that was the Thursday. And I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll work from home Friday. We'll work from the pool.
Mhm.
Let the kids swim, and
Yeah.
we'll just go Thursday at the Great Wolf Lodge. Friday and Saturday, we're staying at a KOA cabin for super cheap.
Yeah.
Because as long as I have a bathroom, I'm fine. I can get ready for con anywhere.
Yeah.
And it has a bathroom and shower, all that kind of stuff. So
That's all you need.
we're going to do that. They're very excited for this, and Remy has already started planning her costumes. I said, well, here's the deal. I'm not making tons because it's only 6 weeks,
Right.
So we're going to work on the Menos, the one she wore, clean it up some, and then she's going to be, our one theme is Bleach because we already have those costumes.
Right.
The next theme is Thor Ragnarok.
Perfect. Because you have
So-
2 of the 3. You
So
have
we
2.
have 2 of the 3, or 2 of the 4. And the
Oh, is Drew gonna do Carl Urban's character that I can't think of his name right
no,
now?
he wants to do Korg. So I don't know how we're going to build that.
But God, he could be Carl Urban's character. Be fabulous.
Wouldn't it be fabulous?
Yeah, because he's thin. Yeah, he has the bald head. It's easy. Just shave that stuff up. Nice and squeaky.
Draw some things.
Yeah. Throw some eyeliner on that shit.
Remy wants to be Hella. They don't sell
Nice.
any kids Hella costumes.
No.
And she's super small. So I
Yeah.
told her we might
Yeah,
have to
she's a
switch
petite
around.
girl.
So we might do Valkyrie for her instead.
Okay. Oh,
And I'm
that'd be
already
cute.
Loki, so like
Yeah,
what up?
that'd be really cute.
Wouldn't she be a cute Valkyrie?
Hella would also be great. But I think she can pull off Hella or Valkyrie really
Yeah.
well.
And the third day is either horror characters.
Yes, you can do your Freddy.
I do my Freddy. I want to try to make Logan be Chucky, but he wants to be Michael Myers.
Either way, it's gonna work.
Remy wants to be Jason.
Okay.
So we're all set there, and Drew can be somebody else.
The
Now,
victim.
yeah, right. Now, the fun thing is like the con's 4 days, Thursday through Sunday. There's 3 costumes there. Well, Remy, when she found out we were leaving early, she's like, we can go to the con on Thursday. I'm like, we can.
Right.
That's another day of costumes. I'm like, so like decide now so I can get prepped. I was like, this isn't like a last minute. I'm on.
Thursday nights
Doing
though
that.
tend to be like on a 4-day con though. Thursdays or Sundays tend to be costume light.
Right. So we could either do horror one of those days and then make Sunday like she said the other choice she wants to do is just Marvel characters in general and she can wear her Star-Lord costume.
Yeah.
That's easy enough. We can do that. So we're planning that. And then in August, we're going to Otakon in DC.
Yes, which is the same weekend as the gaming con I'm doing.
Right. So it's good. We'll both be gone, but sad because we
Yes.
won't be with each other.
I know. God, we do a con together.
We do. It'd be so much fun. So we're excited about that. That will be a really That's a fun con. It's like 30,000 people.
Yeah, that's a good.
So
So
it's a
it's gonna be
big-
their big.
It's their big con.
Yeah. You do know that you could just get them ready for big cons and just come to Phoenix Comic Con, which is 100,000.
I know.
But you're doing a bunch of con traveling, so that's going to be a little hard to pull
And
off.
Phoenix is the week before the Colossal.
Yes, I know it is.
I was going to come to Phoenix.
I know, but con fun as families, unfortunately.
I know. I didn't know how
jump a
much they'd
lot.
like it, but geez, oh man.
Yeah, awesome.
And then
We can plan for next year for Phoenix.
we
though.
have to. Let's do that. Let's start now. They've already released the Techo dates for next year,
Okay, cool.
so I'm super excited. But they've had a great time, and we're going to go to those two. And then Colossal Con does 2 a year. They do one in
Right.
Sandusky and one in the Poconos.
Yeah, I saw when I saw what you were doing, I googled it. So.
Yeah. And so if we like the one in Sandusky, we might go to the Poconos,
Hmm.
which would be cool because we could do the Great Wolf Lodge or the Kalahari area, which is another water park. There's like so many of them.
Yeah.
And it's like a really nice area up there. And they also are doing a cruise in January.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
So Remy would like for her birthday to do this cruise as her birthday present.
Create a little con goer.
I was like, well, a cruise would be fun, but we'll have to see. So
Yeah. Especially
she's-
right after Christmas.
She's obsessed. Well, their birthdays are after Christmas, so it's
Yeah.
like, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how it is. So that's all my kids. Let's talk about the news.
Yes.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Bloop,
That's like
bloop,
the
bloop,
news.
bloop.
What kind of news you got going on here?
Well, speaking of WoW, I have some Blizzard news. The new expansion, The Battle for Azeroth, is coming out August 14th.
Eek. Right when I get back from Otakon.
Do you want to hang out the next night? Because my husband's going to be busy playing the new expansion, and that's my birthday. I'm like, I already told him, like, yeah, dude.
I guess, but I could be playing the new expansion.
You
with
are
you.
too.
I'm
That's
just
okay.
kidding. I'm just
I'll
kidding.
make a tattoo appointment because, like, everybody I know and love will be busy playing.
Yeah, you are going to have a tattoo appointment. You
Yeah.
always do for your birthday.
I do. So that's August 14th. We're no longer playing nice. We're back. The two factions are back to fighting. Pre-orders are available now. There's alpha. The alpha's available now.
In the alpha.
Yeah, I know. Cam, by the way, is also in the alpha, but he is doing alliance. Our entire guild, or many of our members of our guild decided to go alliance because they don't want to ruin the story.
Oh, I'm doing Alliance.
Oh yeah,
I'm
but
Alliance.
that's your preferred faction.
Only 'cause I like elves.
But we have elves too. But
Shitty elves that can't be druids.
okay, they can't be druids, but they're not shitty elves. They're really fabulous elves. And they're
They're
kind of
Evil
cuter.
elves that wanted to
Yes.
destroy the Moonwell.
You know what, Addie? Let's not talk about this right now. Let's save our fighting for later. Let's save our fighting for later. So players who purchase the expansion now will receive a free 110 level character boost. They can start gaining new faction for the allied races. That Koltrasi human looks really cool.
It does look cool. And the
I
Void
love
Elves look cool.
Yeah, they do. They really do. So that information is out there. Look at that. Keep an eye on that. Also, in the same, Blizzard dropped the dates for Con.
BlizzCon.
I'm not sure what they're going to do with it, with having a World of Warcraft expansion so close. So much
Drew
before.
messaged, I don't know when, Long John Silver's What the Flux. I don't know what he's talking about, Long John Silver's. Did we mention Long John Silver's?
We mentioned the pirate race.
Maybe.
They're kind of piratey, and one does have a very like squid-like Davy Jones.
Truth.
But it's pretty cool. My buddy Mills, by the way, is going your guys' way, even though he's a hoardy for life. He's like, nah, we like the line stuff looks cool. Or like, shut up, you're dead
It
to
does.
me. It does. He's dead to me, which is bad because he hates his characters hates his father. So anyway, so BlizzCon is coming.
Alliance for life.
Oh, I know, baby.
BlizzCon is coming. I want to go to BlizzCon so bad.
BlizzCon is fun, but it's a very different con.
Yeah.
It is so different. We did one, so we went in 2010, which is the geek-ish year, so that kind of sucked. But it's because everything is in one place. There's no you have just the official shopping, that type of stuff. There's a lot of lines. It's kind
Yeah.
of like, yeah. But BlizzCon is coming on November 2nd and 3rd, 2018, at the Anaheim Convention Center. Tickets go on sale. There's 2 waves of them. It's May 9th and May 12th. There is also available tickets for the BlizzCon benefit dinner, which go on sale on May 16th.
Mm.
And those are pricey. BlizzCon tickets usually run about $200 for the weekend.
That's pretty pricey in general.
They're very pricey. Yeah. So they're going to be doing a lot of tournaments, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, the Arena Championship, Overwatch World Cup is that weekend. Hearthstone Global Games is that weekend. The Arena Championship is. So yeah, so you have all those really great tournaments. I'm assuming they're going to do a lot more of the Oh yeah, they're $199, so they are $200. I'm assuming they're going to do a lot more of the esports piece of it.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Because you'll just have an expansion, so you can't really make any announcements.
Yeah. I wonder what the
there.
announcement's going to be.
We will see. I think we might see a new IP. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more with Overwatch because that's their big thing right now.
Last year they did bringing back the old WoW server, so maybe they'll do more on that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So that's what's going on there. Also, unofficially, the day after BlizzCon is DizCon,
I don't know what that is.
which people who are not too tired from BlizzCon go and raid Disneyland.
So that's Monday. They
It's
go Monday?
Sunday. It's
Sunday.
Because BlizzCon is a Friday and Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
They go to Disneyland on Sunday. It's also Dapper Day,
Oh.
which is my idea of Disneyland because it's Disneyland but you're dressed up.
Why don't you go to that?
I don't know. I mean, I did kind of dapper a few days anyway. Like, Monday of Disneyland, I wore a friggin' crinoline.
I
So I decided,
think that Mothers of Geeks needs to go to BlizzCon this year to host. And then we go to Dapper Day to host.
yeah.
You know.
And I'm a member of the world's largest WoW guild, and we have a guild hall, and we do podcasting from that guild hall.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can. I might
Cat
know a
bit me.
People.
I'm
sorry?
The cat bit me.
Oh God, Skitty! I'm pretty sure I know a place we can podcast from.
I'm just saying.
And it could even just.
Could
be our
you
hotel.
introduce me to Scott Johnson?
Of course I can send you.
Oh my God.
Of course.
I'd be so happy.
And Brian, because I know that he's going, and
I know.
yeah, I got people.
I know. We should go.
And if we go when it's not during BlizzCon, I'm pretty sure I can get Randy to give us a tour of Blizzard.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Last time we did that, unfortunately, it was right after we started working there, so he couldn't get us into a lot of places.
Yeah.
But it was fun. He's like, yeah, let me take the time out of my day to show you around Blizzard. I'm like, okay, thank you. It was awesome.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm willing to come out there.
Yeah. And we could come, we could do the road trip thing.
We could.
Because, it's going to be cheaper to fly to here than Vegas. Wow, Hev. Than LA.
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying. We could take it. How long's the drive?
6 hours.
Oh, we
5
got
and a
that.
half.
We got that. Not
Yeah.
even. Not even tough.
5.5 hours away my husband drives, so 5 hours away I drive.
That ain't hard. We can do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
If I could get tickets to BlizzCon.
That's the hard thing. It's really stressful too.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever tried to get tickets for Star Wars opening night first showing? It's 10 times more stressful than that is.
Do you think I've ever done that? I'm just wondering.
No. I mean, I
Just making
have.
sure. Just making sure.
I have every single time. Not this time because Solo comes out, on that con weekend.
Does it really?
Yeah,
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, no.
Avengers comes out the day we get back from vacation.
Yeah,
And Remy goes, and we're going when we get home. I was like,
honey, Mama needs a nap first.
it's called vacation, which means work
about-
for Mom.
Yeah, how about that weekend? We'll go sometime that weekend.
Yeah. If you get the, I would only see that in D-box seating.
Oh God, yeah, no, we don't.
And
we
so I don't have to do with the lines at all.
Yeah, so that's why I deal with the stressful buying the tickets
Yeah.
because I don't want to be like I have lined up at noon in Phoenix, Arizona for a midnight showing of a Star Wars film.
You are nuts, and I love you.
I've gotten sunburns from waiting for Star Wars.
Oh my God, I have a story about that too.
Yes.
When I lived in Texas, they had this theater called the Alamo.
Yeah. Alamo
Literally
Drafthouse.
the best theater in the whole world.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you've been there because it's amazing.
I haven't, but I've heard about them. We have one here now.
Oh my God, amazing. So we were like, oh, this will be like, great, we're going to go see Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were like, this is going to be so much fun. I was pregnant, 6 months pregnant, out in the sun, so sick, holding the baby, which was Remy. And I was like, I'm going to die. I'm like, somebody needs to let me just sit inside.
Yeah.
Drew away in line. I just want to sit inside. You can't, ma'am. I'm like, literally going to die out here. I'm like, I'm dead. I was sunburned. I was sweaty. I made it through the movie. I puked the whole way home. It was the worst experience. I was like, I'm never coming here again. And we did a lot because it's the best theater. But I was like, you know.
Yeah. But it's love. Yeah. No, there's no way to do anything like that anymore without doing reserve seating.
No, I don't ever go to movies anymore without reserve seating.
I will. If it's like something's been out for a few weeks, there's a Harkins right by us, and it's a really nice one. So that I'll do.
Yeah.
But for like a big movie, the first few weeks of it, yeah, no.
Like we can go Sunday. I'm looking at it. I don't do 3D is really hard for me.
Oh
If
God, I don't.
I can't do it. Just
no.
because the glasses in
The
general.
glasses over the glasses.
Yeah, it's hard.
And you know, there's poop in those glasses. Scott, speaking back, TMS. Scott complains about it all the time. 3D glasses. He's afraid there's someone's poop on them.
No, I'm afraid there's someone's poop on them.
Right? Good thing we don't do 3D movies.
I have to sometimes. Some of them I only get into them. But they have like a 12:15 on Sunday after we get back.
Yeah, there you go.
And D-Box Reserved is available. They have a 4 o'clock as well.
I need tickets for us.
They go to Sunday school. They go at 10:45. They're back. Yeah, we can make it.
Yeah. And then get like an early dinner or something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Now all I'm thinking about is Infinity War.
Right? Yeah.
I wish we weren't on vacation during the 31-hour showing.
Oh, I know, right? It looks like it'd be. I mean, I've done it for like the Oscars over 2 weekends. I've never done like a back-to-back. We did do the Lord of the Rings, the director's cuts of the first two, and then Return of the King.
If the kids weren't small,
movies.
I'd be there in a heartbeat. Like,
oh yeah.
All right. Oh, back to my news. I guess me.
Oh yeah.
God.
Sorry. Oh, we got distracted. That never
PUBG, the best game. Like, you know, I love it. So Miramar is the desert map, or as I call the worst map ever made for any game. It is now going to be released in May to Xbox One players. So Xbox One's been just playing with Erangel map. Oh, that's such a weird word. Erangel, whatever. They've been playing with only that map since it came out on Xbox One. Now they're going to get Miramar, which is, I'm sorry for you because it sucks.
Yeah.
We get it all the time. It's the worst map. I despise it. But soon PC will be getting Savage. So we've watched a lot of Savage playtesting. It's only a 4x4 map, which is normally, it's half the size of the regular maps.
Mm-hmm.
So you're throwing 100 people in half the size maps. It's going to be really interesting. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We thought they would actually dumb down the amount of people to like say 50 people, but they're not doing it. So we should see that soon-ish on PC because it's still being tested in beta and on the test servers. And Xbox One probably won't get that for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's my news. Play some
Awesome.
PUBG.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Boop, boop. Now to our topic.
Now to our topic, con safety with kids.
Yes. This is one I've grown accustomed to now.
Yeah. I wonder why.
So like I don't even know how many people go to Techo. I would say Saturday was very stressful for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was alone
Mm-hmm.
with Logan. And everybody was wonderful, though.
Yeah.
Like, everybody understands there's a little kid there. There was nobody that I was like, oh, that guy could steal my child.
Right.
That I didn't feel that way. Doesn't mean that stuff doesn't happen.
Right.
So one of the things like we really did is you do not approach anybody or leave us without talking to us first.
Good.
Like, I understand you see Thor down there, but sit here until he comes by. Like, that's
Right.
Or we go together. And with a 4-year-old, that's hard because they don't see somebody dressed up as Thor. They see
see
Thor.
Thor. Yeah.
And that's something really hard to get over to these children. You know, I don't know if Rye was ever like that, but like they don't see that this is not, you know, there were furries there.
Right.
And they see just fox people walking around and running up to them. I'm like, you just need to walk up calmly, say hello, and not accost people. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Hi, Cam. Hi, Rye or Cam or whoever it is.
It's Cam.
Hi, Cam. Hi.
Rye's more than welcome to wander this way, too.
So that was one thing we really stressed, was that you need to be sure that you're not just wandering up to random strangers. Because,
oh, yeah.
Hi.
Hello. The birthday girl.
The birthday girl. So you had to make sure that that didn't happen. And again, their ages are different and they're harder. And
yeah,
there's a lot of trying to walk away and go ahead. And Remy couldn't see out of her out of her one mask.
Costume.
So
right.
It was a lot of leading. But you've been to way more with kids. So like, I'd love to know what you guys like had in place or.
But well, we didn't start until I think Rye was 9 when she went to her first con.
Mm-hmm.
Her first, and it was just like the vendor's room for one day. We were at Phoenix Comic Con, and then after that, it was Nerdtacular, which is so much smaller. But so we do have some things that we kind of keep a track of, or things in mind. First of all, there's planning. Right. Taking a look at your brochures, the program. Look at what panels you might be interested in, and what are kid safe panels.
Yeah.
You know, and ours are really good here. They do mark
18 plus.
Ones that exactly. Which was really upsetting because there's like a friend of mine's a body painter, but it's a Saturday evening panel. It's 18 plus. Another friend of mine does what's called Squee Fest, which and that's also 18 plus. There was a Rocky Horror panel or a Rocky Horror show with some of the cast. And my niece Sedona was with us, and she was 17 years and 10 months. Rocky was this child's life at that point, and it was 18 plus.
It should be everybody's life.
But she was ridiculous. She just was so in love with it at that point in her life, and that's what she came to con with us. And she's like, and Patricia told me I had the most beautiful legs, and Barry flirted with me, and she was just, but I would have cried. But they were really, really good about enforcing that.
Right.
And I understand why. If they say, okay, yeah, you can come in. Yeah, you're not 18, but you can't. Well,
that's not fair.
That's not fair. So we know what panels are good, what panels are kid safe, what's going to be appropriate. We talk to people who've done panels in the past to get an idea of what's going to be great.
Right.
Just like you, teaching them how to appropriately approach a cosplayer with care, respect, and awareness.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who they're approaching.
You don't. You know what? Like, for multiple reasons. The creepy reason, pedophiles, and the reason of respect for them. They might not like people approaching them.
Right.
That might be out of their comfort zone. They might be comfortable doing what they're doing. Like, I also will say that everybody was great about asking about pictures. It was never just taking a random picture of any of us or the kids. It was, may I please take a picture with them or as them? You know what I mean? That was nice, and that was really great. I mean, not saying that people can't sneak pictures, but
yeah,
it was really great to have them actually be asked.
Yeah. One thing I will do as a vendor, as an attendee as well, is I will always ask when I take the picture, and this is of adults as well, is it okay if I post this?
Right.
And sometimes it'll be like a professional cosplayer. Yes, please. Here's my tag. Make sure you tag me in it.
Right.
But yeah, you don't know the person you're talking to. They might be very uncomfortable socially. This is way out of their comfort zone. So you want to be respectful of their boundaries.
Right. And costumes are fragile.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Noses fall off. Hot glue must be used.
Oh yeah.
That's also another thing. Like, you don't want the kids touching a cosplayer.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely, showing them that respect. Something else we do, because Ryan is older.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about as much about is have a meeting place.
That's a good idea.
So even if if you accidentally get separated, or if you get separated on purpose, you go two separate
Yeah.
directions. Have a meeting place, have a meeting time. Make sure you have a group chat if you all have phones.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have a group chat going on where you can know who's where. We do. We're lucky because the meeting place is my booth.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Um, and and there's also it's usually by a fairly large pole, so it's easy to find. And I don't know if people use that as a meeting place as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, Funny con story. A few years ago, I happened to look over at that said pole, and there was a young man kind of slumped against it. He was exhausted. Young Asian man, kind of cute, kind of familiar. So glad Ryan wasn't there because she would have mobbed him. Later, I found out that Grant Imahara from MythBusters was there at that con that one day to do one panel. It was Grant sitting by my booth,
Rob would have killed
10
you
feet
for not telling
10
her.
feet away. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh, I think I just saw Grant Imahara. So yeah, meeting places are great.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping that line of communication open.
Right.
Now for us, because Rye does like to go to panels sometimes, or will like to go to other places at the con.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be in the convention center, we have communication. She tells us when she's leaving, where she's going, if it's across the street, what have you.
Right.
She checks in when she gets there.
Right.
She checks in when she's on her way back. And if Cam's not busy, he'll he's like, yeah, I'll walk you over, whatever.
Right.
Unless she's hanging out with a friend, then there's safety numbers when it comes to kids, especially teenagers.
Right. I agree.
So yeah, and there's nothing wrong with a kid leash, guys. Nothing at all.
No, and people use them and they like them, and
yeah,
little. I thought that before I even left. I was like, God, I wish I had a leash.
Yeah. Before you become a parent, you're like, oh my God, this is a kid, not a dog. Why is your kid on a leash? And then you become a parent, you're like, that person deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's one of those things where you're just like, any second they could be away from you. Do you know what I mean? Like any second.
It is stressful.
It was so stressful. Like I loved it, and I would not change going or being alone with Logan that day for the world, because we had a fabulous mother-son time together.
Yeah.
And we don't get that very often, just us two,
Yeah. My Remy and Daddy were having their, mother-son or their daddy-daughter time fishing.
Right.
So
So I was like, this is the best, but he loved it, and I was, I was glad he went. But like that idea that he could get lost is there.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And I think one of the things that, he even did instinctually that was great was, I still want to be at the con, but I'm going to rest for a while.
Yeah. Rest is important for these little kids.
Is food. Bring food. If you can
food
to con. We're lucky because I can sneak food into my booth because they don't check bags for food as you're going in, but they do check them. Yeah. So I bring food. I bring water.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Stay hydrated. I don't care if it's the middle of winter. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, you have to. I will say that was the biggest thing. He got really. So I think we went. We left around 11:30 on Saturday, and we didn't get there till 12ish. And we didn't eat right away, which was my mistake. I've learned my lesson, because in the middle of me trying to get food for him,
did Hulk get hangry?
Hulk got hangry. And Hangry Hulk sat on the floor and cried.
Oh, baby.
And I said, baby doll, let's just go get food. And he said, you need to buy me my robot toy.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. How about mommy buys you a robot toy after you eat? No. And so then it was him sitting on the ground, crying, Hulk punching the floor. Not loud, but enough to be annoying. And I was like,
yeah,
dang it. Just like, ugh. So I was like, fine. I'm going to put you at a table, which was right beside me. So it wasn't like I left my kid,
Yeah.
I was like, I want to put you at this table right here, and you're going to wait while I, go get you food. So I set him down, and after a few minutes, I could tell he was like getting calmer. Do you know what I mean? Right. I could tell he was like decompressing. With little 4-year-olds, it's not easy to decompress.
No. Once they get that angry point, there's
Oh, my God,
Very
yeah.
little. Calming
Yeah.
down.
So I was like, okay, well, let's just, we're just going to do our thing. So we ended up getting him food, and I had him come back over beside me because even though he was like right beside me, I still felt like he was too far. Do you know what I mean by
Yeah,
that? Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
see
Oh, yeah.
you. We're waving back and forth, but
Still.
I will come and beat you with my Loki staff if you come near my kid. Just
Yeah,
FYI.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Well, after food, we were much better.
Yes.
But we did have a hangry Hulk smash breakdown
Yeah.
in the middle of the convention. And he might have been the only kid that did that,
Yeah, no.
I think.
It happens. It happens all the time.
And I
tell you
brought
how many-
chips, but he didn't want them. I was like, I have applesauce. He's like, I don't want applesauce. I was like, but, okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's fine. He's like, I want chicken strips. I got him chicken strips. He
Yeah.
ate every bite of them, by the way.
Oh my God.
So it was, it is what it is. I'm used to it.
It is.
Kids have
Yeah.
breakdowns. You get over
They have
it.
breakdowns, and you did the exact right thing. You made sure that he was in your eyesight. You de-escalated the situation. You gave him food, which made things much easier.
Yeah, a happy Hulk is a good Hulk.
Yes.
I don't mean there's not. I know, like we said, just keep an eye on people.
Yeah, definitely, and also keep an eye on them. If they're at the artist table, at the vendors
Yeah.
table, be aware of what they're touching, because sometimes it's going to be something that is fragile, and
Right.
they're kids. They're going to be rough on it, potentially, and you don't want to have to buy that $600 whatever
Yeah.
because they happen to, Hulk smash.
Right.
Or,
Right.
it's very fragile, and they're playing with it too much.
Logan wanted minion nesting dolls, and I didn't buy them because they were $60. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
sounds pretty freaking
for nesting
cool.
dolls, I'll paint nesting dolls for $60, please.
Yeah.
They were really cute, but
Yeah.
but I was not going to let him touch them.
Yeah. I have a regular customer. She always it's her first stop when she gets at con. I always make sure I have some new Who jewelry or something new Who. And she's lovely, but her kids will sit there and do this with my necklaces.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of need to watch your kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wouldn't let them touch anything.
And she has 5 of them.
Leashes.
Yeah. Well, they're older, but they're still not old enough to not, touch my shit.
Right? Get off of it.
Get off of it.
Hulk smash.
And she's got, actually, last year she was better about it. I think she was aware of it.
Good.
But there's been a few years where she's not. And they leave the booth, and I have to make sure everything looks fine because their kids have been playing with the jewelry.
Which is annoying.
It is.
Like when we have kids, we could say that it's annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're at that point where we have kids and we're like, that's annoying for my kid to do. Sorry.
It's like, sorry, I apologize. We were not paying attention, whatever.
Right. Right.
But and I've had, vendors near me where, kids wreck stuff, and that's not what you need as a
No.
con. And it's just kind of their nature. And you need to be aware of what they're doing, and
Yeah, you do.
distract them. Have something to distract them.
I agree. But I think we'll have, we're traveling for the next con, so we'll see how that goes. It's going to probably be a different world.
Yeah, very much
It's going to be
so.
bigger.
But also, you can go into the hotel and nap.
Yes. Exactly. That's my
Very
plan.
important. Yeah.
The KOA is like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So I figured we just drive to the one shuttle because they shuttle you back and forth from the con to certain places.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, we'll just drive back to Great Wolf Lodge and get shuttled.
Yeah.
So we don't have to deal with parking.
Oh, definitely, because it's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I think for us, we get a $5 parking pass as vendors, but it's still like a 10-minute walk from that
Sucks.
garage.
With all your stuff.
Well, most of our stuff stays in the hall,
Yeah.
but there is still stuff that we take back and forth every night. The cash box.
Yeah.
If I have any special orders,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And we get there fairly early in the morning. We leave later in the evening. It's still Phoenix in May.
It's hot.
So you're still walking like 3/4 of a mile.
Comfy shoes.
Oh, yeah. Even I do comfy shoes.
When you never do comfy shoes. You do fancy.
I do
You're
fancy
dapper.
shoes. I have a really great pair of fry boots that I bought from the kids department. That I use primarily for my costume, and they're engineer boots, and they
That's
look really kind
adorable.
of cool and beaten up. So I do those, and I have a few other pairs that I can wear. I think I did wear tennis shoes to con once.
I'm
It
proud of
felt
you.
weird. Felt weird. It was on a Sunday.
Still proud of you.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna wear this year though, because I'm doing that the red Hades day dress
Oh yeah.
with the really deep V.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what shoes I'm gonna wear with that, but I can't wear heels with it because they actually hemmed it to my height.
Oh, they did. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So I can also, which is great, and and I'll be
Black
behind the.
flats.
Yeah, I'll probably do black flats with that one, and I need to check with the lady because she's gonna do some really cool horns for me. Yeah,
You're gonna be
like
all
ask her for
fancy.
gothic horns. So it's the same lady that did the one that I do for my elf costume.
Yeah.
But these are going to be gothic. We're going to have some black flowers, maybe some scroll work that includes some quotes from the Raven.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
She's like, how dark do you want to go with these? I'm like, as dark as you want.
You're like nevermore, nevermore.
Nevermore, nevermore. Splatter blood on them. Put skulls on them. Just make them fabulous.
Fabulous.
It's like, here's my budget. Do whatever you want.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So let's see, what are some really great con safety tips? I mean, you guys, since there's two of you, you can tag team,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Also like parenting tips, or parent sanity tips. Each of you should probably pick a panel or something that you have to do, and the other one, okay, I'm gonna take the kids with me then.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We didn't do that this time.
Yeah, yeah, just pick something so that way the con isn't all about time with the kids.
Yeah.
You're each
That's a
picking
great
something
idea.
that you really want to do.
That's a great idea. We should have did that. We should have did that. We walked in
Yeah,
a couple panels, but not when we couldn't stay very long.
Yeah, yeah.
There was actually a con with a parenting with in a con panel at Techo.
really
Mhm.
cool.
I of course couldn't go to it.
Right, because you were parenting.
Parenting, right? I was like,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was on. It was neat. I saw a lot of people go into it. I was like, good, yay.
Yeah, and there's always really great kid events
Yeah.
that are geared, specifically for con goers 10 and under. A lot of the times you'll find like make and take.
Yeah, they
panels.
did that at ours, but we didn't. Logan didn't. Okay, we played Shadowrun for kids that one night. It was good.
Yeah,
Fine. Logan was not impressed because he's 4.
it's 4.
I don't blame him. And the next day I was like, oh, let's go in here and do the make and take things. And he was like, no, I am not going to the dice room. I was like, that's over, honey. He goes, it's not over ever. It's like, wow.
You're right, honey. Once you start gaming, you never want to end. However,
Yeah, I
we're
was
not
like-
gaming right now.
He was like, no, mommy. I was like, okay, fine. We
We're
won't.
not going to the dice room.
So let's see. It's almost 6. You have to get back
Oh,
to
yeah.
work.
Yeah, should throw like another half an hour in.
You're crazy.
Oh,
So what about a question? What's a good question?
I don't know.
What's your dream cosplay to go as?
Oh God, dream cosplay.
Anything. You have anything.
Probably like, and I've done it, but I've not done it as well as I wanted to.
Hmm.
Probably a steampunk death.
That's awesome.
And I have the statue of her now that Cam got me for Christmas, so I can use that as a visual guide.
Hmm.
I would also, if we can do anything, I would also like it where I didn't feel like I wanted to pass out in that corset.
That's difficult, but we can manipulate your ribs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what a corset does anyway.
We can manipulate the other way so you can breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would probably be my dream cosplay. And I'm gonna think of like 100 of them, and I'm gonna be
I know.
messaging you constantly.
Please do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go, or like a really, really accurate like Hera from Rebels with the,
As you grab hair.
they grab Hera.
Hello,
She's
Hera.
cool.
Without the bobblehead.
Got the bobblehead with the
That's so
Twilight. So yeah, I think that those, as Hera's stand falls, those would be my 2 dream cosplays. How about yours?
Ripley in the
Of course.
loader. In the loader. How
Yeah.
fucking cool would that be?
Oh my god. Yeah.
I could do Ripley. That's easy. The loader part is not easy.
Yeah.
That'd be a dream.
Yeah.
Ah, we can dream.
Yeah. Or we could like switch heights and go as our D&D characters, but each other's.
We could. That'd be fun. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. Because, you know, I'm really... Addie's still an inch taller than I am, but I can have lifts, and Hades is a changeling, so she can be slightly shorter.
Exactly. See?
Yeah. So, you know, we'll just switch characters.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right. Go back to work. We love you guys.
Oh, Anu. Love you. We need to figure out what we're doing next week. I know we talked about gatekeeping, which is an interesting topic, which is annoying as hell.
Mm-hmm. What to think about this?
Yeah. You know, we also have, you know, some movies coming up. We can revisit
We
some.
do have some movies coming up. Exciting. I just bought the tickets to Avengers.
Yay! Have you heard about The Silent Place?
The Quiet Place.
The Quiet Place. Thank you.
I'm so going to see that. It looks amazing.
I want to. It looks really good.
Yeah. My bestie
And
saw
really
it
great.
without me. And if she listens to this, that was our movie to go to.
Dana!
Thank
That
you.
sounds like betrayal.
It's a little bit.
And not on the House on the Hill.
Which is an amazing movie and book. The book is way better.
Yeah.
I know. We're going to go see it together.
Yeah.
She had a day alone with no child.
Okay.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. So did she relive your normal date and go to the movies and then go to the bookstore and just wallow in the silence and enjoy herself?
Yeah.
I would too.
I don't blame her. So it's like, wow. I can't get too mad.
That sounds like a great
Sounds
day.
like
I would do the
heaven.
same thing.
It sounds like
Yeah.
heaven. Let's do this.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only other option besides going to the movies would be sit in a coffee shop somewhere and read a book.
Yeah. So I can't blame her too much.
Oh, she needed that. But still,
I know. Hurt.
the
Hurt.
horror.
The
The horror.
The
Because I wasn't calling her
horror.
a whore, and I
The
sorry if it came out that
horror.
way. The horror.
Good night, stream. On that note,
stream.
we love you. Bye.